Hello, my name is Xueli. I'm UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador for the fight against racism and discrimination and the chairperson of the Open Eyes Foundation. I'm a person with oculocutaneous albinism.
In this year's International Albinism Awareness Day, we will host several events around the country. These events are called for skin protection and raise awareness of albinism.
Albinism is a genetic condition which causes a lack of melanin in your skin, hair, and eyes. People with albinism are born with albinism. Albinism is passed down by both of the parents. They both carry a mutation, which causes albinism. You have different types of albinism. The different types of albinism are the type OA albinism, which causes a lack of melanin only in your eyes. It is most of all an eye condition. And you have OCA type albinism, which causes a lack of melanin in your skin, hair, and eyes. Therefore, your skin, hair, and eyes are white. UV is invisible, but it is there, also when it's not sunny outside. Because of the lack of melanin in our skin, hair, and eyes, we do not have the protection against the sun. Therefore, we need to use protective measures. If people with albinism do not protect themselves against the UV rays, then skin cells will damage, and this can lead to skin cancer, which is #1 cause of death among persons with albinism.
For our condition, it's very important to use extra protection. For example, I use this hat and it's cover all my face, my shoulders, my neck, and it's big.
I prefer to cover my body with long sleeved UV shirts and pants, leaving only my hands and face for sunscreen.
On an average day for skin and eye care, it really depends on the season how well prepared I have to be. Because in the Netherlands, if it's winter or if it's fall or spring, I don't really do much. But in summer, I really have to prepare when I go outside. And I have to use sunscreen because otherwise my skin gets burned.
My most common struggle is transportation. Where I live, I do not have good public transportation, so I rely on family, friends, and Ubers to get me where I need to be.
Going out, stay with friends, family, whomever, because when I do that, I have to plan for a lot. It's like, how am I going to get there because I can't drive? Is it an outdoor or an indoor event? Because if it's outdoors, I need to bring a lot more stuff with me, like sunscreen, a hat, sunglasses, and so on.
It's not so much about the protection, but it's more about constantly having to be aware of it. I constantly have to be aware, like, is this the kind of weather where I need the sunscreen, or the sun is really too bright for me, so I have to not forget about my cap or not forget about my sunglasses. And it's more of the mental strain on it, I think, than the actual physical strain on it.
There have been times where people did not believe that I was blind and they did not care for me or they ignored me. The idea of skin cancer is very scary to me. Because I live in Florida, I have to be very, very careful on where I go, what sunscreen I use, how long I'm in the sun. I'm very cautious about that.
I think emotionally, living with albinism and living with that higher risk of skin cancer is hard, and that also could cause you to skip out on things that you might want to do with maybe your friends, your family, because you're like, the risk might be too high for me. And I think that is what can cause the most emotional stress, is missing out.
I don't see the sun as an enemy and I'm not afraid of it. If I protect myself and take care of myself, he respects me.
What is albinism? I unfortunately have no idea, no.
I know that they are white. I think that while less color, they are more affected with the sun, and for that is very dangerous.
I think it's necessary to put very good skincare. That's what I know.
So, I mean, if I understood it correctly, it's like when your body doesn't produce pigment. So, I mean, your eyes, hair, skin tone, I think everything is affected by it.
I don't know, I just feel they are very special and one of a kind. Sometimes I even think they're cool because they're different.
There is
is actually quite sad if it's not available for them, you know, and even I think also not all sunscreens are good for their skin because of their sensitive skin, you know. That is sad to hear.
It's a necessity just to keep basic health. If we're using this argument, I believe that everybody should get covered for sun protection because everybody needs it. Well, of course, for them, the consequences could be disastrous.
I would honestly just say I really hope that it does, like, at least you can get to the point in healthcare where it used to be included and hopefully progress further than that.
Maybe the government can be involved to give them some support.
Protect our skin and preserve our lives. I wish you all a very happy International Albinism Awareness Day.